Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your sneak peek for this week. Happy Monday. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I already appreciate you. You already made me smile today. Thank you so much for that. And so, yes, if you are brand new, welcome, welcome. And if you are someone who's always clicking here, thank you for doing that so much. We like to be in the comments around here, so we hope that if you're new, you like to be in the comments as well. I just want to get your energy somehow. I don't really even care if you're using your real name, but I just want to see that somebody's there. So I do go through all of the comments. I answer a lot of them, and thank you for being in the comments with me. And thank you so much for loving this video when I put it up. All the thumbs up helps. It just calls in more and more people, which makes these readings very, very interesting. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go from Aries to Pisces. I've marked everything in the description below. So if you just scroll along in this video, you will find what you need. But please, please, please stop watching tarot for just your sun sign. If that's what you're doing, you just don't have really even part of the picture. So you already know what your personality is. Go find your moon and your rising. Natal charts are free everywhere. All right. If you are interested in a private read, please look below in the description. There is a code that you can take to Wizio. It's 10% all of my services, off of all of my services until the 31st of July. It's a summer sale, so have at it if you will. All right, Aries, here we go. You're the leader. Let's follow the leader, y'all. Aries is going to bring us in here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Whew, why did I need a big breath? It's like, yeah, Charlie's showing me my mind here. I'm looking at the Fool. It's like I'm taking a big breath because something's going down this week for you, Aries. What is it? What is it, my fireside friend? Oy. All right, here we go. Something's about to go down. There you go. You are the magician. Yeah. You have all the aces in hand, and you're off on an adventure. I feel like you've manifested something that's going to happen this week. You've realized you're the creator of your simulation. You're the creator of your life. You make decisions every day that dictates how you're going to feel in a couple of minutes, whether it's happiness, love, sadness, anger, whatever that is. You're building it all with all of those thoughts. We've got the Six of Swords. We're moving out of the chaos and into the calm. And it feels like there's some lessons that were learned here. As a reader, I always see the Six of Swords as you know, we are leaving the chaos, but why? It's because we've learned better. We don't want to go back in the cycle. So we take what we've learned, which are the Six Swords, and we move along. And those are all the, you know, the things that we've learned, all the knowledge we have, and maybe even some of the conversations that weren't great, but we learned from all of it. Ooh. Feels like you've been on this walk for a long while, my friend. It does. It's very Aries of you, leaving a trail so others who might follow behind you can find their way. I want to say that I feel this is the week that you make the decision that I've been seeing in your readings for the last couple of 3 or 4 months. You've been sort of moving slowly towards something, making a decision about something. I think that the Magician tells me that there's a realization that it's up to you. You can end all of the anxiousness. You can end the hard cycle. You can put it to an end by just dropping those burdens. They're heavy. So whatever you're coming from felt a little chaotic. It's time for you to move forward into a place where you control your world, is what I want to say. So it almost feels like you didn't have really any control of your world. I'm just looking at the Magician here, and you know, sort of controlling the energy in the water. I feel like it was chaotic back here because you weren't allowed to have control of anything, or you felt like it was out of control. It felt chaotic. And it might have been swords that felt chaotic. It might have been, it was hard on your mental health. But I think you've realized now that you are the magician, you have all the swords, you have all the tools present to start healing the self, to drop the burdens and leave them there. I think you're going to get a chance to do that going forward here. Just listening. I feel like you've been manifesting someone here. Now, you could be the Queen of Wands, right? Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, feminine or masculine. That could be you. I feel like, yeah, it's just a confirmation, if that's you, confirmation that it was chaotic back there. And now I have to get back to being myself. I feel like the Six of Swords is knowledge, and it's coming towards the Queen of Wands, who is happy for the knowledge, having gone through that. And it was tough because the Queen of Wands shows up to let us know that, you know, we're dealing with someone who's been through a lot of things, who has made it through all of those things and sits on the throne in spite of those things. Like, they have overcome a lot. So you could be that person. That person is like, you know, I'm the magician. I already know that I'm the magician. I can get whatever I want. I think you're hoping someone is going to drop these burdens with you. We have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy here. We also have Aquarius, and this is Aries as well. Somebody is sort of stuck to the hope that I can unburden myself. Tell me more. I need the victory. I need the victory. I feel like there is going to be victory in whoever you are connected to energetically. Sorry if you heard all that traffic. I got the windows open here. So I feel like you are wanting victory in a situation that's been very burdensome for you to carry around. I do believe that you have everything that you need to be able to move forward, but you don't know. Feels like you feel connected to them, but I don't think that you know that they're connected to you. Like, maybe you feel them, but you feel very, very hopeful at the start of a new path, right? Because the 10 is the place where we end the cycle, and then we start again with the Ace of Wands. So I feel like you're kind of really wanting this. You have this hope for victory, that you're manifesting it. I think you are manifesting this hope to have victory with someone here. But again, like I said, you could be the Queen of Wands as well. With the Six of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So you want some type of victory in a partnership of some sorts. So it feels like it's feels like you've been through a lot, and you know the Six of Wands is here. I want the victory, but it's also, I feel like a lot of people have their eyes on you, but you're not interested in those people. What you're interested in is this Three of Pentacles here. You're interested in having a partnership first, something that moves slow, so we can build and be on each other's teams and support each other. You know, you can teach me, I can teach you. And I feel like somebody here looks up to you. No matter whether you are older or younger than them, this person, there's somebody here who really looks up to you. I feel like you've been hurt a lot, Aries. And so it feels like whatever this is here, it needs to start slow for you. Because you just got out of a thing here that was very chaotic. Five of Wands is, it's about beating yourself up or feeling like you're in competition. I don't know if I can win it. I don't know if I can win it. It's like somebody in their head is like, I want the partnership first, and I have a bit of indecision about whether this person will even talk to me. Ten of Wands is here. Maybe it's just the end of this thing and that's it. It's been a hard journey. And everybody's been hurt here. So it feels like you're, Aries, you are this week in contemplation about whether you should go look for your sunshine. Go look for the 2 cups. I feel like you're in indecision here. There's a bit of a hesitation that I feel. I feel it's you realizing that, yeah, you're happy, and it's not like you can't be happy if you don't have another person, but it's 8 of Cups happy, right? It's not the 10. You're out there looking for love, and I think that you're going to find it. It feels like you know that there's a lot of competition out there, but I want to say that you're thinking, either you're thinking about a specific person, could be an Aquarius, could be a fire sign, or you're thinking about this ideal situation where there's no competition and we just try and build something together that is solid and has a foundation. I think there's someone you have in mind, because the 3 of Pentacles is telling me that there's already something that's been built here with whomever we're talking about. You've already built a little something with them. You know them, or you know of them, or they're a friend of a friend, or maybe they're your friend. I don't think you're confident that you're going to find the 2 cups. I feel like you have I think you have more potential is what I want to say, because it's like, okay, maybe not more potential. It's not potential, it's confidence. I think you have the potential to have more confidence here. It's like you're walking away, you know, the 8 of Cups, you're leaving behind this stuff here, and you're walking towards the sun, right? There's the sun. It's the happiest card in the deck, right? There's the sun. You're walking towards better days. Better days are coming for you. There's that song. It keeps in my head. It won't let me alone. I'm hoping that maybe by telling you this, it will let me alone today. It's a song called Better Days. Your story's going to change. Just wait for better days. I think you're going to find the 2 cups, but I think you're doubtful or feeling as though maybe you should have left this sooner. It feels like the 8 of Cups, like you're leaving there grudgingly, like, fine, I'll leave the 8. I wonder if I'm going to find the 2. Should I give up the 8? It's like a game show, right? Yeah. I don't think you're all that confident that you're going to find what you want out there. I think that you already know who you want. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and then the 10 of Swords. So it looks like you have been you've probably gone within. You're working on yourself. You're working on your confidence. I think that you want to leave all of this behind. I feel like you're looking at a new partnership, if I'm being honest. That you've got this new partnership, your partnership here, that I feel that you want the victory with. It's someone you're really connected to, someone that you created burdens with, and you're wondering if they even want to talk to you. I feel like the 8 of Cups, you're like, I just want to disconnect from doubt, from beating myself up over this. Is there too much competition? I think that you think there's too much competition for the 2 of Cups because you're walking away here. I think you think that there's too much competition. So there is somebody here that you're not sure if they're even single. That could also be why the 9 of Pentacles is in the reverse. You're not confident, right? You're not confident. I feel like you're confident as it pertains to your Pentacles, honestly. I know that we have the 9 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, which can indicate that a financial issue, but I don't think that's what it is. I also see the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse as someone who is not being as generous with the people around them because they're working on themselves for a change. Because this is the Empress, right? This is the Empress in training. This Queen of Pentacles here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And I feel as though you're not exactly confident that after being gone for so long, gone like inside the self, and after the end of this cycle, you're not really sure if they want to speak with you. But I think they do, or the Ace of Swords would not show up on the bottom of the deck. I feel like it worries you. We've got 9 swords here. What worries you is, what do I say? How do I say it? What if I say it too swordsy? What if it comes out and cuts? What if I say something wrong? It's like this person feels like they have one shot. And they're worried about it because they don't know, they're not really sure how you're feeling. and you're not really sure how they're feeling, because why? Because there's no communication. The 8 of Wands is in the reverse as well. So I feel like the communication's coming up. I think that this thing has ended because it was supposed to. It was supposed to, because I feel like you were supposed to look inward, and you did. It feels like you looked inward. You're working on your self-confidence, and you're also doing a lot of self-care, analyzing the self, being kinder and more abundant with the self. So I feel like there is a lot of healing that's been going on here since whatever it was that was very chaotic back here. Yeah. So after you come out of hiding, it feels like you've been in hiding a little bit, kind of trying to, like I see somebody trying to hype themselves in the mirror. You got this. You got this. Like, it feels like you're making a big decision this week about something. I think it's about, it has something to do with something that you've been manifesting and that you won't let go. You couldn't let it go. I'm hearing that guy say, your story's going to change. Just wait for better days. I feel like you have to do it on a day when you're feeling great. When you're feeling like super full of wisdom. Yeah. When you're feeling like physically, mentally, and in your career, in your life in general, when you're feeling real clarity in all of those things. I think that you want to take action on this. Whatever this is, it feels like this 3 of Pentacles is attached to someone. We've got Leo energy here, by the way. Virgo, we've got Libra. I feel like it would be justice if you could just get clarity on the things that you've learned while you were in hermit mode. I feel as though you're going to take action, and because you want victory in some sort of resuming some sort of pentacle thing here. That started, I feel, before this thing. So whatever you're leaving here that's chaotic, I feel the 3 of Pentacles predates this. Like you've known this person for a while. All right. So I think it's this week. It's probably something to do with the heart space here. I think that this week you are going over the numbers and, working on the heart space, working on the self. I think you're going to give somebody reciprocity in the future here. We've got the 6 of Pentacles, but 6 of Pentacles reciprocity tells me you don't know if this person is in a long-term relationship or not, right? The 10 of Pentacles is there. You're wondering if this is it worth it? Is it a 10 Pentacle relationship? Yeah, I'm not sure yet, but I think that this week is you make the decision about whether to move forward on this. And I think you are, honestly. Yeah. Something big is happening. And for all of you, that'll be different. It has to do with a big decision, it feels like. To take action on something that you've been kind of leaving on the back burner. All right, Taurus, let's do it. Here we go. You get the pink deck today. It's called the OK Tarot. I like it. Here we go. Taurus, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is your sneak peek for this week. Taurus, your sneak peek for this week, Taurus. You are my bull gang. I am a Taurus sun. Tell me about Taurus, please, for this week. What's the energy for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Taurus. There you are. Okay. The Empress is here. We've got the 8 of Wands. I'm just saying. Okay, that was my TED Talk. Thanks for coming out. I could just end it right here. The Empress is getting some communication. There's something that's coming at you quickly, or things are about to speed up, my dear Empress. You are someone who needs to be in balance, who needs to be grounded. You're Taurus. You need things to be logical and moving slow in the right direction. And I think that it feels like, yeah, Charlie just showed me a bowling ball and all the pins. It feels like it busts into your life, or it feels that way. Like, I don't want you to be scared. I don't think it's anything terrible, but I feel as though it feels like a bit of an intrusion maybe, because it happens so quickly, or the way that it happens. or maybe at the time it happens. Maybe you're someplace public when this message comes in. Oh, look at that. Something big going on here. I just said that to Aries. There's something big going on. Like it feels like this is a week of big decisions. That's what it feels like so far. So we've got the Eight of Wands. It looks like things are either about to speed up in your life, Taurus, or that there's some communication that's coming in. It is transformational communication. I feel that it's going to transform you, or it's going to have you see the situation for what it really is. Scorpio energy here, and I feel like you're going to get clarity on something. I feel like something ends for you, and the reason it ends is because of the communication. So we got Scorpio energy. As I said, we've got Taurus and Libra, right? Those are both Venus signs or Venusian signs. All about love, the Empress is, and abundance, about growth. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. What is this Eight of Wands energy that's being hurled toward the Empress? Put your baseball glove on. Here it comes. You've got the World card. You're getting somebody is going to contact you and let you know there's been an ending. The communication that's coming in is telling you of a successful ending. Like there's something that's come full circle, or someone has ended something or closed the door. And so when the World card is present, we know that a chapter has closed. So maybe you've been wondering if that person was separated or divorced or dating or what was going on. I feel like you're getting word of an ending. Yeah. You could be dealing with Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. Those are all the fixed signs. And that was a hard decision to make. It was a very hard decision for someone to make, to close the chapter. Eight Swords, and it puts you right in your head. You're seeing something differently. Yeah, I feel like the way you see something or think about something has transformed. And I think it has to do with the World card. I think the communication that you get makes you close the door, makes you end something. Because I feel like you now see something for what it really is. You'd spent a lot of time in the Eight of Swords, right? Sort of obsessing about it, not really being able to make a decision about it. And then the Death card comes in and gives you relief, finally. It almost feels like a relief that this thing is over. It's like the Scorpio energy saves you from your mind. Yeah, so grateful for transformation. It's like it comes in at the nick of time. Just listening. What song is that? Sometimes I get a bunch of them playing at the same time. It's pretty wild. Something about I did it in the nick of time. Oh, I'm hearing Taylor Swift, "Look What You Made Me Do." Look what you made me do, Taurus. That's what I'm hearing. Yes, that's what it is. Look what you made me do. I feel like there is communication that comes to you that makes you see a situation. I feel like you didn't want to see the situation the way it was. And I feel like you were up in your head obsessing about it and wanting to see it a way that you couldn't. You wanted to see it your way. And the truth is finally here, because death to the Eight of Swords, you stop overthinking it and you get some clarity. It's the end of the overthinking about it, and that's why the World card is here. Look what you made me do. Because ultimately, the Hierophant is you. You're both of these cards. Look at that. I want to say that the Hierophant tells me that you've raised your standards, Taurus. Because the Hierophant is just that, right? Always trying to be impeccable with their word, trying to be someone that people follow, right? I feel like your higher self told you it was time. You had to. Yeah, and I think you'd been searching your heart and your mind for a very long time about whether or not to completely end this. I feel like the communication is coming to you, but I think you end up ending something because of something that is shown to you or something that you see clearly now. And it comes, I feel like it comes from somebody who is sending you a message. You've got the Three of Wands. Been waiting for healing. It's almost as if it's relief I'm feeling here. It's like the Death and the Eight Swords I'm feeling is almost a relief from mental anguish. I can stop overthinking it now. Because the ships that are coming in is a bunch of healing. It's going to be time for a little bit to be silent. Now, maybe this hasn't happened yet, but it feels like you know if I'm talking about you because you're the one who knows that this person is coming at you one more time, either in a phone call, in a text, or in a drop-in. You know that somebody is coming at you one more time. But something they say during the conversation that you have with them makes you really see the situation for what it is. That this is a Three of Pentacles relationship. This is something that it feels like it's, you know this person in the real world. You already know this person, but I think that they have hurt you before. I think you've been hurt before. I think that's what I'm feeling here. We've got the Nine of Wands here, and it's in the reverse. We've got the Three of Pentacles. Look, I feel like there's that you see a situation for what it is right now, and it feels like, to me, it changes your mind that in terms of love, I think that this is going to be a friendship and not a love ship. The Nine of Wands is in the reverse. I'm coming out from behind the fear wall, but only for friendship. Only to be on your team, only to go out for coffee. Why is the Tower here? Because the Four of Cups, something's coming up here. The Queen of Wands is showing up. The Queen of Wands. So what's going on with the Tower is the Tower's coming in with upheaval and change. It feels like something has to end here. I feel like something big ends here. So either you've been dating someone for a really long while, or maybe you're closing on the house or whatever it is. But after this news, I feel like you decide to make the decision to shut it down. Because what is coming in after that for you is healing and the Three of Pentacles. So I think that you kind of back it all up to a friendship and say, no, I can't do this with you. I feel like I can't date you, but I'm very willing to be your friend if you'll come out from behind the fear wall. This is a Tower. Give me a second here. I don't like to leave you all on a Tower. All right. Tell me about this Tower. There's the Four of Cups and the Queen of Wands. We go from being very bored in our energy, feeling like things are just never going to change, and then there's the Tower. And it brings in someone who's the Queen of Wands, feminine or masculine. Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Tell me about the Tower, please. What are we looking at here for the Tower? It's somebody who has come back. Look, I just did the Aries read, and Aries was... Aries had the Eight of Cups. They were walking away. I feel like they're coming back. Like if you're dealing with an Aries, I feel like they're coming back here. We have the Two of Swords. So there is... I feel like somebody here has made a decision to turn back round. To come back round. It feels like with the song, the Taylor Swift song coming up, Look What You Made Me Do. I feel like it's like something came in with this communication. You shut it down and said, nah, I'm not doing it. This person, I feel, is coming back. And it is the Tower, I feel, that brings them in, because you realize that they've made a decision that you always knew they'd make. You knew it in your gut. right? Piscean energy, there's the High Priestess. It's like there's been silence between you and someone else for a very long time. And it was terrible. It was a terrible, long time that you were not talking to this person. I think that you'd locked them out of your life. It feels like that person's coming to try to get back in. So it was after a conversation that was tough. That's why they walked away. What was the conversation about? The conversation was a tower in reverse. So in the conversation, it feels like we're trying to be fake nice to each other in order to hold off the tower, to hold off change. I feel like we're trying to beat the tower. It's like some people hold the tower up because they don't want the change, they don't want the upheaval, but they don't understand how things can really change for the better. And change is what we're all scared of, right? So I feel like this communication that comes in, I feel like, yeah, it was inevitable that the world would be here. Inevitability is the tower in the reverse. You can't stop the tower, it's the universe. So it's either going to come in and shake you down, or it can implode things too. That's what I also see the tower in reverse as, just a total implosion. It's like everything falls in. We have the Five of Cups here, and it feels like that there is regret here. There is regret because although the World card is here, it's here in the reverse, and it feels like even though the chapter was closed, or you considered the chapter to be closed, Taurus, that there was still unfinished business. But I think that this person, you've decided that you're, well, not running, but you got your back to them, and here they come. The Judgment card and the Nine of Swords tells me that they're really worried that you're not going to welcome them. The Two of Swords tells me that they think you're really blocked off from them, actually, and it's terrible. It feels terrible. Yeah, it's the person, it's them, the person who ignored your cup. That's who it is. And so I think you experienced that tower this week. It comes at a time when you're maybe sleeping or quiet or not really doing much at home. It feels like when you're maybe in the backyard, maybe you're gardening, doing something quite zen, that's when this call comes in. Yeah, because it's the Four of Cups. And I think that the person that's coming in is that person. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. All right. Gemini, it's you. Thank you so much for your attention on the air sign reading. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your thumbs up and how you communicate with me. Thanks for doing that. We are doing those readings weekly now. They're usually coming out between Friday and Sunday. All right, here we go. Gemini, this is your sneak peek for this week. Tell me what's coming up for Gemini, please. Gemini, what is coming up for Gemini? Gemini. All right, we've got the Seven of Wands. Feeling defensive, holding your ground, like you have to jump to your own, you have to jump up and explain yourself, or you're trying to ward off other people who are trying to not mind their own business. We've got the Hanged Man energy. Okay, so maybe you're seeing something from another point of view here. Thank you. I said what I said. It's like someone's holding their ground. Someone's preparing to hold their ground against the Queen of Swords. Piscean energy here. Just listening. I want to say that you feel a little stuck because of the Hanged Man and the Seven of Wands. They're both sort of stuck energy. The Hanged Man is, I can't get out of this position. I can't stop looking at it from the other perspective, trying to find a solution, right? Trying to find a resolution. And the Seven of Wands is kind of like holding your ground. So I feel as though you've been in this stagnant energy of the Hanged Man for a while, trying to make a decision about something, trying to see it from another's point of view. Could be dealing with someone who is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or someone who is Pisces. The window's open, by the way. You're going to hear some street noise once in a while. All right, so we have the Devil and Death. Just listening. I feel like someone has changed their mind. Just listening. We have Capricorn energy here. We have Scorpio energy here. Okay, so it feels like someone fears the transformation. They fear changing their mind. You feel like if you change your mind, it's like you lose or you lost ground. You're not standing your ground anymore. It almost feels like a right fighter. It feels like somebody who knows that they're wrong, or they know that they miss their person, but they won't say anything. It's like, I know. Because you have changed your mind on why you're standing your ground. It's almost like you don't remember even why the fight started. I don't know that this is a fight, but it feels that way a little bit to me. That somebody has changed their mind about standing their ground, but it still brings fear. But you know what? I think that the reason somebody's changing their mind about standing their ground is because of the Hanged Man. I think you're seeing it from another perspective here. So we do have the World card, and the World card is the end of something. Right? So we have endings that are going on here. Some pretty major stuff is going on here, by the way. We have the World card, the Death card. We have the Devil, and we have the Hanged Man energy. There is lots of change coming up in this week for you, Gemini. So I think that you just need to buckle in a little bit, because I feel like you've been fighting yourself about changing your mind on something. And you feel as though that if you change your mind, you concede. It's like, I don't want to tell them that they're right because I don't think that they're right, but I think you get a change of mind. I got to stop standing ground on this. I have to change the way I'm dealing with the situation. And I feel that it's hard for you to make change. The Devil's here. It feels like it's hard for you to make change, or you already thought out every which way that it would go, and that doesn't match with what's going on here. You never expected that the situation would make you change your mind. I think that you expected that you would be right and someone would tell you that you were right. You've learned a lesson here. I feel like you've been through a really sort of, what do I want to call it? I feel like there was a lot of hardship and it feels like somebody did you dirty. Like, it feels like really terrible things. I feel like you come to the end of this chapter in your life here. If you're the one that I'm talking about, you'll know that right now you're just enjoying the peace. That's it. You're just enjoying the peace. And that's all you want from this here going forward. I think that you just want peace. So what's this change of mind here? Changed your mind. You'd been holding your ground on something, Gemini. You've changed your position or how you think about it. You've liberated the stuck or fixed energy and moved it. You're moving energy. So there is an ending here, or something that hurt you a lot as it came to an end. You feel deceived, or that someone lied to you, and that was the worst part. Now, it wasn't even in the worst part that it came to an end, but it was that you felt like someone lied to you or deceived you. We have the Nine of Wands, and I feel like this type of thing has happened to you a lot in the past. I feel like you had to try and be really, really brave through this ending here. Empress. Okay, so you've changed your mind about the Empress. I feel like there was some sort of communication that was harsh, and it ended up with you two not talking anymore. I feel like this could be you, or this could be your person. Take it as it resonates. This is Taurus and Libra energy, but it feels like you know who the abundant one is. but it feels like it already ended with the abundant one. It's like you were already hurt by this person. And so that's why you're standing your ground. I feel like you're changing your mind, or you have a change of mind now. It's like as you go back and look at it or think it over again, it feels like you were hurt before you met this person. You were already hurt. And maybe this was triggered by things from the past, because the truth is we keep doing the same cycles over and over until we learn the lesson. And if that means that it's with, the same cycle, the same situation with 3 different people, then so be it, until you start seeing it from a different point of view. So I think that that you've changed your mind about the Empress, is what I think. You've changed your mind about the Empress, and you feel like you shouldn't have stood your ground, or that you no longer want to stand your ground. What was the change of mind? Tell me about that. What was the change of mind about? Just listening. I think that the change of mind for you, Gemini, is what makes you happy. So the Sun is here next to the Queen of Pentacles, and I feel like your mind has changed in that you've got as much money as you need, and the money doesn't make you happy. I feel like you've been very focused on the money. You've been very focused on your Pentacle world, buying a house, whatever it is that the Pentacles provide. I feel like that's what you've been focusing on. That's where all of your hard work has gone. I think there may have been some harsh words with the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There is your Emperor. You are either the Emperor or the Empress. I feel that you have come to the wisdom that you have a special connection with the Empress, and you would be right. That is your counterpart. I feel like you've been very focused on your Pentacle world, on your work, on your, maybe you're working on your home, maybe you're building a house, who knows? But I feel like your communications haven't been good with anyone. And I think that you haven't had communication with the Empress, because I feel like this is the one that you're standing your ground with. I don't think you want to anymore, but now I think you're in a position you're trying to figure out, what do I do now? What do I do now that I was standing ground with the Empress, and now the Empress is silent with me, and I don't really know what to do next? The Emperor is the brave one, right? The one that's standing out front, the one that's leading everybody into battle, right? The Emperor is not scared and will take charge, I think. Because I think that with the star here connecting the Emperor and the Empress, that there really is a deep psychic connection here between the two, and now I think the Emperor knows it. So I think that you've changed your mind in that you've realized that all your attention can't be on money. I think you've realized now that, some of your relationships have fallen to the wayside because you haven't put any work into them. Verbally, you haven't talked to anybody, you haven't texted anybody. Like, you kind of expect that everybody's going to come to you. And so I think that you're in sort of a heavy realization mode this week, that you're getting some wisdom about this Empress here for sure, the one that you were holding ground with, the one that you felt like there's no way that I'm going to concede. I think that you want to figure that out this week. It is time. So if you were the person that offered the cup, or the person who decided not to receive the cup, I feel like that is what is changing this week. We have the 6 of Pentacles here. I feel you want to give reciprocity here, and it's worrying you or making you scared, or you're fearful of the outcome. I think that the universe is sort of tugging at your gut, telling you it's time to move forward, that things are going to be abundant. You just need to pour into someone's cup like they're pouring into yours. But I think it sort of makes you worried, because I feel like this person may have already offered you a cup, or maybe you did them. And the reason that we're apart is because we're standing our ground. So whoever offered the cup, I feel that you are the person who is being pursued. So I think that you might be the Empress, and the person who is pursuing is probably the Emperor. So take that for what it's worth. Just know that, all the queens and all the kings are present there with the Emperor and the Empress. All right. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. Just saying. All right. All right, Cancer, this is you. Happy birthday, my friends. I hope you, if you are celebrating, that it has been good. I hope you're getting fussed over. I know you don't like it. I know you like to play the down low, but unless you have some Leo in the chart. All right, Cancer, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's figure out what's coming up for your week this week. Tell me about the Cancer energy in the collective, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about our birthday boys and girls. All right, Cancer. Whew. Cancer, you got me in almost threw me into a meditation there for a second. Wow. Okay, we've got the Nine of Wands here. Someone is the wounded warrior. Someone's trying to be brave or has been brave for a very long time. Brave because an ending has come. Some sort of large chapter has closed. The World card keeps showing up in all these readings. And I'm using completely different decks for all of them, right? All right. The Eight of Moons. Moons in this deck are cups. So we've got the Eight of Cups here. We've got the Nine of Wands and the World. I really feel like, Cancer, that you're trying to be brave. You're trying to stay disconnected. I think you feel braver when you're disconnected emotionally. The World card is here, which tells me that you've had some sort of an achievement, or something's come full circle, or you have ended something. Maybe this could indicate the end of a chapter in your life. So maybe you're selling a home, or maybe it's a divorce. It's an end of a chapter in your life, and I feel as though it was a hard ending, I want to say, because it feels though you're trying to be brave and disconnect emotionally. Eight of Cups is here. We've got the energy of Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. All of the fixed signs. The World indicates the end. We can't go back. No. We've got to hammer in the nails and put wood slats across the door. We're not going back there. We've already learned our lesson. That's karma, right? We've already learned that situation. You don't have to complete that lesson again. We have the Eight of Stars. Stars in this deck are pentacles. So we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Judgment card. For some of you, you're being brave to walk away from a job. You've ended a job that you have been at for a very long time. The Eight of Pentacles could be the workplace, and the World card is the ending of that. So I feel like for some of you, maybe you are the brave. The bravery comes here, the Nine of Wands. And I feel like you're trying to be brave to make this big decision to move on. But I feel like your heart is back here somewhere. I want to say, like, it feels like it's really connected to the heart space. It's a big decision that you're making. Whether you are making a decision to make a decision, you're working on it is what you're doing. You're working on trying to make a really big decision that's going to change your life. Because I feel like you're in life-changing moments now anyway. We've got the World card and the Judgment card, right? Yeah. It feels like this comes to an end because of a very big decision that you made to walk away from something, to be brave enough to walk away from something, Cancer. Tell me more about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. We've got the Page of Swords. So you're working on some type of communication, or sending some type of communication. The Page of Swords is here. It feels like the Page of Swords could mean a few things, of course, that maybe you are watching someone online, but that's the way it goes. The Page of Swords ultimately is looking for knowledge, right? This person is the digger, the one who's digging for information. The Page of Swords is the one who brings the words, right? brings the message in verbally. And so I feel like you want to go back to somewhere and speak with someone. But I don't think you know what to say, because the pages understand, and I didn't really understand this myself until probably like 4 or 5 years ago. The pages are very young. Like when you see them portrayed in medieval movies, they're really 7 to 14. They're very, very young. So it feels like somebody has never had to react to a situation like this before. It feels like you're working on something to say, but you don't know how to say it. But you know that the way you say it could change your life. I feel like the universe is giving you a second chance to go back to a place that you disconnected from. And I think that since this thing has been over, you've been trying to be brave. Brave enough to try again. You want to try again, but you don't know what to say. You can't find the words. So it tells me either this person is immature, the person who's trying to find the words is immature, or just someone who's not used to having to explain themselves. We've got the Six of Cups. Feels like you have learnt something, and the thing you may have learnt is that you're wondering. It feels like the Six of Moons is someone that you've known for a long time, right? Six of Cups. The Six of Cups and the Page tell me that there's information or messages that you receive about some sort of a soulmate. It's like a decision you make about the soulmate. It feels like there was bad words here, or somebody got intense, or it felt like there was, we couldn't come to a resolution when we were speaking to each other, and somebody cut somebody off. The Ace of Swords is right here. Somebody cut somebody off, and it caused them to go into some sort of healing. And it feels like the healing has been going on for a while. I want to say 4 or 5 weeks, maybe. Could even be 6 months, by the way. I think it's almost like you want to take back the words, or you want to explain yourself as to why you said that. Or you want clarity on why something was said. And the Knight of Pentacles is here. It feels like we had harsh words, and it's taken me forever to figure out what I'm supposed to do with this. We've got the Knight of Wands. Why is that? The Ten of Swords. I feel like with somebody who you were passionate with, it feels like somebody that you've known for a while, someone who you haven't spoken with for a while because there was some sort of a verbal altercation, or words got said, or it was just a very intense time or a tense conversation. I think that you've known this person for a while, and that they were a friend. Before the passion, they were a friend. The Knight of Wands is here with the Ten of Swords, which tells me that came to an end. So we're no longer, just doing passionate things for the sake of passionate things anymore. I also feel like that maybe you two spoke on the phone a lot, or that you were texting a lot. It feels like there was a lot of passionate words being thrown about. And I don't mean like in anger. I mean like, I think that's the way you communicated. I think that you spoke with each other passionately. And it was the end of the balance of this relationship. So what happened here? It ended. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. It feels like you got an emotional message. You got an emotional message from someone who possibly is, who is single, or somebody who is confident enough to say, this is the end. So I feel it's like somebody ended it with you. Somebody spoke about their emotions, or they spoke in a highly emotional way, but very controlled. And I think that this person, maybe with the Nine of Pentacles, is telling me that they were confident, that they gave you very logical reasons why it had to be over. It feels like that kind of energy. So I think you're working on, this person is someone that you want to speak with or pick back up with. I think you're working on something to say. You need to bring the balance here, because you don't like the silence. Ten of Swords. You don't like the silence here. We've got the High Priestess, we've got the Sun, and the Seven of Pentacles. I feel like you've been waiting for a breakthrough or waiting for the right time. The Sun is the breakthrough, literally in this one, and you can see that it's breaking through the wall. So I feel like your gut's going to tell you when. But I feel like you're going to take your time and you're going to wait, and I feel like you are going to contact this person again. Because I feel like it's transformational justice. You get justice, you must have the justice. It transforms your life. I feel like you're supposed to wait until your gut tells you to go. You're supposed to wait for the right moment that you want to be seen, when you know that you have clarity enough to speak about things in a very grounded way. Transformation of justice. It's like you get your justice, but it doesn't look like what you thought your justice would look like. The Ace of Pentacles. It's something brand new. It turns into something brand new. It transforms. So I think that if you're planning on going back to somebody that you already had an ending with, the Two of Stars tells me that they wouldn't mind having balance with you. The Wanderer, I feel like you or them are trying to connect with the self here, and it's been quiet. Yeah, I don't feel like there's anything terrible going on here. We've got maybe an overwhelm of feeling worried or scared about being alone forever. I think that's what this person's trying to figure out. The Four of Cups and the Wanderer. Am I going to be like this forever? Like just be with myself and the moon? Yeah. I feel like somebody's worried that they'll never experience this whole love thing again. Okay, I'll leave it there. Got the Magician. Oh, you've got all the tools. You got all the aces in your hand, right? That's what that Magician is, right? Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, right? You've got all the aces in your hand. You are the one making the decisions here. All right. All right, Leo, here we go. This is you. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you, my fellow fire sign. I'm a Sag rising, and Leo is my thing. Yeah, my son is a Leo. We get together like it's awesome. Yep. Leo and Sag are a great coupling of fun people. All right, here we go. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's happening with Leo energy this week, please. Leo energy this week. All right, it's going down. Things are falling about. Okay, so we'll take this one, and we'll take these ones back. We'll take that one, put these back. All right. So we're starting off with the Hermit. Virgo energy. Going over details, finding your wisdom, really looking deep within and healing some things too, right? This is self-preservation mode. It's like I'm overstimulated. I'm overstimulated. It's time for me to go into this Hermit energy. The Six of Wands is, yeah, it feels like that you've just come through something that's super tough, I want to say. The Six of Wands is the energy of victory after the fight. So I want to say that it's been hard back there. That the Six of Wands is telling you that to wait for better days. Your better days are coming. Better days are coming for you. Yeah, the song is called Better Days. It feels lonely. I don't usually feel the Hermit is lonely. For me, the Hermit usually feels like, okay, this is a place I want to be because I'm trying to figure out who I am. Why am I reacting and not responding? It feels like a lot of healing, and I'm figuring out who I am. So you've been spending some time by yourself, Leo, and I think it's because you're waiting for better days. Better days are coming. Better days are coming for you. So when the Knight gets something about being lonely, I'll remember what you told me. It feels like you've been waiting a long time for something. For love. The Ace of Cups. So you're spending your time alone here. I feel like you're trying to understand the Six Wands and what went on back there. It feels like you're a person who gets a lot of attention, Leo. This is Leo energy, by the way. The Six of Wands. You're a person who gets a lot of attention. You've probably come to this earth with a fortunate meat suit. You know, you're probably really nice to look at. But I feel like it also causes issues as well. It feels like eyes are on you all the time. People are always watching, and you feel pressure to win all the time. The Six of Wands is victory after the fight, though. And I think that after the fight, you go straight into hermit mode. You just want to be by yourself. Thinking about this Ace of Cups in the future here. Your back's to it, though. I'm going to say that the Hermit's got their back to the Ace of Cups. It's like, I'm not ready for it. I need to figure out who I am first. I think that's a great plan. I think that's an amazing plan. We've got the Four of Pentacles. You're hiding something. It feels like you're not vulnerable. You're not showing people who the real you is. We've got the Seven of Swords. You have a lot of secrets, Leo. You keep a lot of things under wraps in terms of a lot of stuff. The Seven of Swords tells me that you're thinking about that while you're in hermit mode. Seven of Swords is getting away with stuff. I don't have to make these decisions. Other people make these decisions. This person's holding one sword. You can see that this person's looking back and holding one sword. They've got 3 swords over the left shoulder. And Leo, I just want to say that your heart is breaking in the silence. 3 swords over the left shoulder. I feel like you're shut down. I feel like you've come through something that was really terrible, really tough, whatever that is, a job, a relationship, something really hurt you a lot. And I think that you're just kind of shut down from it, my friend. And that's why you're in hermit mode trying to heal, lick your wounds. And you're not telling anyone about it. You may be silent right now with someone you have feelings for, because all of this is going on, and maybe that person doesn't know that all of this is going on for you, that you're having a hard time. Like it feels like you're closing down. I'm just not going to share myself anymore. It feels like whatever went on before the Six of Wands arrived, I feel was something really terrible. We have the Sun in the reverse. Yeah, I feel you're a little bit stuck. That's what it feels like with the Four of Pentacles here. The Four of Pentacles is not sharing, right? It's the miser. I'm not sharing with you. I'm not sharing money, not time. And it almost feels like there's something you're trying to hide, because this little girl in this depiction looks like she is hiding whatever is valuable to her. It's like when I see the Four of Pentacles tells me that the reason that you're holding on so tight is because you don't believe in the universe. You don't believe that the universe is going to bring you what you need. And so you hold on tight to the Four of Pentacles, not realizing that you are risking losing the 10 Pentacles. Because if you can't be vulnerable, if you can't be open, then you can't grow. And the Sun in the reverse tells me that. Look, I don't think it's terrible where you are. I think that things are going okay for you. I feel like you're in hermit mode. You don't mind being by yourself. You're trying to heal from something. And I feel like you're asking extra hard questions of yourself right now. And I feel like that's where you're supposed to be. The sun in the reverse tells me that there isn't any growth right now, and it's probably because you're in hermit mode. The sun is the sun. It's always that degree of glory, right? It's always bright and warm. But you know, sometimes you're laying on the beach and you're not really learning anything or doing anything, but it's an okay place to be, right? You don't have to be producing all the time. But I feel like right now is a time for learning lessons, going within the self, and really getting to the crux of why you are so silent with people as it pertains to your feelings. Because I think you want to fall in love. You want to be in love. You have a cup of love, but I think you're terrified of it. Tell me why the sun is in reverse, please, for Leo, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Got justice. You feel justified just being by yourself, not talking to anybody. I don't care if I'm not growing here. I just want to be comfortable. The sun in the reverse to me is the rut. It's the comfortable rut. And I feel like you feel justified in being there. I feel like because of 7 swords here and 1 that the justice is holding here, it feels like you get caught up in your head. You get caught up in your head and you start talking yourself in and out of things, it feels like. I feel like you feel justified in walking away from something. It might have been back here. You felt justified in how you disconnected from someone. It feels like you've been in a period of a rut or stuck or not being able to change your mind. It feels like this is what you do when you need some balance. You just sort of stop moving or stop communicating with people. You feel like you had justice in walking away. You were justified in walking away from the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The wheel, things were moving too quickly. Understood. It feels like you are holding on to whatever you have because you don't believe that the universe is coming. The thing is, the whole thing is that you're in hermit mode right now and you are healing. I feel like you're going to get the justice here. What you don't realize is that if you don't open up to the universe, you can't even really have the healing. I mean, you can have the healing, but what's the point if you're not emoting that or showing it to other people and being some sort of a leader? Got Virgo energy here, got Libra energy here, and Leo. We've got the Wheel of Fortune now, which is all of the fixed signs, which is you, Leo. Just a nice way of saying you're stubborn like a Taurus. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Energy of moving forward. They're all really hard energies. They're kind of in your face. This is the way it is. It doesn't matter if you're ready. Yeah, that's what it feels like here. It's destiny, but it is abundant things, but understand it's change. It's the C word, and that's hard for a fixed sign. Changing is really tough. Don't ever put us fixed signs back up against the wall. And it feels like that you know that the Queen of Pentacles is abundant. You know that the Queen of Pentacles can be beautiful energy for the future. You feel as though the Queen of Pentacles is a fortunate person that you've happened upon. And I just want to tell you, you did not happen upon this person. The universe sent you there. You've crossed paths with the Queen of Pentacles because you were supposed to. I feel like you know, even though you walked away, I feel like you know that the Queen of Pentacles is the Wheel of Fortune, is your destiny. We've got the Queen of Cups. You know, it feels like it turns into something really beautiful in the future. I think that you're unaware or unsure if the Queen has other suitors. The Seven of Cups is here with the Queen of Cups, and that tells me that 8 Cups is here again, and it feels like maybe you've been disconnected from this person because you think that they have other people that they're dating. You think that your person is just, in it for the fun. Yeah, you don't think that this person really wanted anything stable with you. I got news for you, though. I think that the Knight of Wands is you. Yeah, I think you're the one that's giving the instability here. You don't know what you want in terms of love, whether you want love, whether you want to be in love. You don't know what you want. And so you keep carrying on with these passionate moments here because the Seven of Cups, you're confused and overwhelmed. You're not sure about love. You know that it feels good to be with the Queen of Pentacles. And, you know, there's two queens here. You could be seeing two people or have a choice of two. But I really feel that the Queen of Pentacles is the one that you want to move forward with, because I feel like you really do have deep feelings for this person, but you can't sort them out. Seven of Cups tells me you're overwhelmed. And so until you can sort out your feelings and know what you want, you just keep ducking in and out for passionate moments here. What are you holding on to? It feels like you're holding something like in silence here. It's taking you a lot of time to build. Okay, so it feels like you're used to moving super slow. The Knight of Pentacles is here, and then the Three of Pentacles. You're used to moving super slow as it pertains to your pentacle world. You're used to relationships building slow. Let's build a friendship first. I feel like you do want to speak to someone about that. The Page of Wands is here. It's like the messenger has been sent, and it feels like you do want to tell somebody that that maybe you seem closed off, but you're in a bit of a rut, and it's the only way that you can find balance is to be closed off, is where nobody's bothering you. I think you've been holding on or holding quiet for a while now. Could be years for some of you. We've got the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck. What's the outcome here, please? Tell me about Leo. What's the outcome here? I want to say that you have to lean into the darkness, Leo. You have to. I'm looking at the Hermit, and I'm looking at the Eight of Swords and the Moon. It feels like you're in the dark. You feel in the dark. You don't know what to do. You don't know what path to take. It's like I really have a hard time even getting out of bed some days. That's what it feels like. The Two of Wands and the Five of Cups. It feels like there's sadness, and it feels like you some days don't even know if you can get out of bed. It's like the moon energy is where you live. You live in these thoughts that are sort of going over and over and over again. You're obsessively thinking about what's in the dark, or maybe that you don't like the dark. But that's where the Hermit goes in order to be able to figure out who they are. I think that you don't know what to do, and it's kind of makes you sad. Knight of Cups, but you really do have feelings, like feelings for somebody who is like long-term kind of feelings. The thing is this, is I think that you're not able to really, I think you want the Ace of Cups, but I don't think that it's in you at this moment. I feel like there's a lot of healing that has to go on. I feel like you are living sort of in a dark place in the mind here. You want to send a message to somebody here who you know and who you've built something with, but it's taking a long time because it's hard for you to be vulnerable. It's easier when people are looking at you and they choose you. You have a hard time like talking with people about your feelings and what you actually want for the future. And instead of sort of, being unavailable sometimes and available sometimes, you're scared that if you give somebody some solid ground that they might take advantage of it. And I feel like you're scared to be taken advantage of here, but you don't know what to do to move forward. I think that you're stuck. Yeah, unfortunately this week, I think that you're stuck. I think that, you're going to send a passionate message to somebody that you know, for sure. If that's who we're talking about here, we've got the Page of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. You haven't spoken with this person in a long while. I think that you have feelings for them, but man, you got to learn how to say something. Look at that. We've got, as we say that, we got the Five of Swords in the reverse. I think you should start with, look, I don't want to fight anymore. Yeah. Got the Ace of Wands and the Emperor. I don't want to fight anymore. I think you're going to take charge here. But I feel like you're having a hard time finding the words. Don't move quickly. I think you're watching them for now. I think you're watching them online and trying to find the words to say. I don't think that you're into taking any action this week, but I think you're definitely thinking about it. I think you're up in your head about the Ace of Wands. I think you're carrying a lot. This is what this feels like here. This feels to me like you're carrying a lot. a lot of apprehension. I don't trust my gut. I can't make a decision. I don't know what's in the darkness. I can't see the way through the moon energy. It scares me. I don't know what's in there, but so I run. The Two of Wands. That's what I do. I run, and it makes me sad. So I feel like you don't want to fight that anymore. I don't want to fight like this anymore. I think that you want to be honest with somebody. I feel like you have big feelings for somebody, and this might be the week you're thinking about it. I don't know. Some of you might go forward this week and talk about it, but I think that's something for another day. I think thinking about it is probably your best bet. At least that. All right, Virgo, here we go. It's you. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is your sneak peek for this week, Virgo. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. Thank you for all the support. Oops. All right. We've got a 10 of Pentacles on the table here. Tell me more about Virgo for this week. Sneak peek for this week. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. Virgo. Tell me more about the 10 of Pentacles here. What's going on here? There's a reunion here. There are some happy times coming up. So I think that Virgo, I feel like it feels like there's some sort of a social group or a party or a fun thing. Either you're the person who is making this, because that's my experience with Virgo, that Virgo is like a party planner, loves to do, the barbecuing at a backyard thing, and will, make sure everybody has chairs and drinks around the fire. Like Virgo is that kind of energy, very much in service. And so I feel like either you are having some sort of a gathering or get together, or you're being invited to one. The 10 of Pentacles tells me it might be at your home. Like maybe there is some sort of a reunion coming, or you're inviting people over to your home. Just listening. I think you're scared of whatever you can't see. You're scared of the moon energy. This is Pisces and Cancer energy. The thing is that Virgo is quite vibrational, quite psychic, can feel energy. Of course, it always depends on your moon and your rising, but generally Virgo is actually quite vibrational. And when they get in touch with themselves, it seems to work out great. I really feel like there's something like, there's either something you've been invited to or some sort of big celebration coming up, and it feels like it's either at your home or about something you've accomplished, because the 10 of Pentacles is like a long-term relationship. It's also, to me, it's home and hearth. It's, all the abundant things that go on in the home. Why is this moon energy giving me trouble, though? It's giving me weird energy. Why is it up against the 10 of Pentacles? What's going on here? Okay. We've got the High Priestess in the reverse. Somebody is revealing something. Maybe it's an engagement party. Somebody's about to reveal something about the 10 of Pentacles in a celebratory way. We have the 8 of Cups. It feels like a bit of loneliness. Like, even though you're going to have this celebration, this abundant celebration in your home, it's like the moon energy is looming. The moon energy in the 8 of Cups. It's like you're worried something is going to be revealed at the party, or that maybe, it feels like the silence is going to be broken. What is this? There's some communication. Now the Knights fight for truth and honesty and transparency. You might be asked to go to someone's home for a party because the Queen is in the reverse, is revealing something. The thing that's being revealed is the Three of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. There could be a celebration over some sort of a raise or promotion possibly as well for some of you. The Eight of Cups. So somebody is disconnected. Is disconnected from the High Priestess, so maybe disconnected from my intuition. Something is about to become brand new, or something is about to begin again. A message is coming, a message about something that is happening in the 3D. There is some sort of communication that's coming. The Knight is, brave, bringing in this information here. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles. It's something that it feels like it's the Page of Pentacles is the message, and it puts you into indecision. It is from someone here, someone who qualifies as the lover, someone who has really deep feelings for you and is trying to see it from your side. Very interesting. It almost feels like you throw a party, or you go to a party that someone else throws, you get an invitation, and somebody is at this party that you have not seen in a very long time. It feels like there was an emotional disconnection here with this person that you could have been married to in the past, or maybe that you were very close to, but they do feel like a soulmate. It almost feels as though you started talking to them. Something was, messages were going back and forth about, maybe we need to meet, maybe we need to see each other. There is indecision about the lovers, though. The Five of Wands tells me that there is indecision about whether this is even a soulmate or not. I do have a lot of feelings for this person, and I'm trying to see it from their side. It feels like the moon might represent silence, because the pulling away is the Eight of Cups. And it feels like what was pulled away was the communication. I want to say that you're going to be invited somewhere, and I feel like you're going to meet up with somebody that you haven't seen in a very long time. But something's going to be revealed there. That person may say either they're getting married or they're in a long-term relationship. I feel like somebody here is coming in to speak with you, to finally get an answer, to be really honest with you, so this person could show up at this party. I feel like if they do, that the conversation is probably going to change your mind or change a lot of things. I'm looking at the Pisces, the Hanged Man here. So it feels like it's going to change the way you feel and the way you think. It feels like the Wheel of Fortune is bringing great changing your mind, changing the way you think. About unrequited love, we've got the Emperor in reverse. For me, when the Emperor is in reverse, it's usually because one of the kings is out of whack. That's how I feel it. That's how I feel it, and that's how I see it. But the Emperor in reverse, understand, is someone who can be really terrible. This person who will do whatever they have to do in order to quench their thirst, in order to, you know what I mean? Like they will do anything, any sketchy, shady thing they need to do in order to be seen as someone who is a conqueror. We've got Justice and the King of Wands. So I feel as though you are changing your mind about some sort of unrequited love situation. Like maybe you thought somebody was no longer in love with you, but they are, or vice versa. I think that this is someone from the past, though, I want to say. Someone that sees you as the Emperor in reverse. Someone who feels justified by moving forward without you. I don't know. I think that the King of Wands is telling me that the Emperor is probably someone who's a cheater. So you might be seeing this person at a party, someone who's going to reveal to you that they're either in a long-term relationship or they got married or something like that. And it feels like you two have deep ties to each other because you may have been married to this person before. Or you lived with them. The the Lovers tells me that this is someone that you had a lot of deep love for, someone who you considered to be a soulmate in the past. I feel like you're getting an invite. It would be very interesting to see what went down, to know what went down. It'd be very, very cool to know what went down. All right. Here we go, Libra. This is you. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. My creatives, how are you? Thank you so much for your attention on my last Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra video. I appreciate you so much. And I can't wait to do one of those again this week. We are reading weekly for the air signs now. Thank you so much for all of the attention, the thumbs up. It all makes a difference, y'all. It really does. If you want the programming, then tell me that by giving me a thumbs up here. All right, here we go. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please. Tell me about Libra. Tell me about Libra. We've got the Strength card. Okay. So I feel like you have been going through some growth, it looks like. The Strength card to me, right, is always about taming the inner beast. You're getting to know the self. You're becoming more courageous. The universe is sending you situations to teach you how to be strong. So you might be going through some hardships right now, because when we ask for strength, please, please, Lord, give me strength, you know, it's not like it's just sprinkled on us like pixie dust. What comes to us is situations that are going to cause us to be strong. That's how you learn how to be strong. That's what you learn from strength, right? It's all about courage. We've got the Empress and we have the Three of Cups. This is something I think that keeps showing up here, Libra. The Three of Cups is the happiness or the celebration. The Strength card is having the courage. Having the courage to be seen, to be out there. All the world's a stage. It's quite sexual energy as well. It feels as though that maybe you're wanting a reunion with a Leo possibly, or a Taurus Libra, who is the Empress here. I feel like the Strength card is telling me that you're trying to find the strength to ask this person out. To ask this Empress out. The Empress is Taurus and Libra energy, as I said, so that is your energy as well. You are the Venusian sign, right? All about the love. The Three of Cups. So I feel like there's either either you're going to reach out to someone or you're going to get an invite. What have we got here? We've got the Four of Pentacles. Feeling disconnected from your strength, feeling like I can't do it, Elsie. I feel like I'm just shut down. Like I feel like you've been invited out or invited to a party and it's like I just can't do it. I'm just too shut down. I'm not sharing. I'm not vulnerable. I don't, you know, I'm kind of being miserly with my time, with my money. I just don't really even know if I want to. The thing is this, I feel like you might just meet the Empress there. The Sun is here, right? And we are looking at Leo energy, and the Sun is here. The Sun comes to give clarity to all things that are going on around you. I think that you clearly see the worth of someone. The Empress is here. I feel like you've been trying to be courageous enough in order to be able to open up a little bit. I feel like you get this invite, but I don't know that you want to go. Yeah, you start trying to look at it from another point of view. Should I go? I'm not really sure. I wonder who's going to be there. We got Pisces energy. You're trying to work it out with your gut. The sun is shining on the Empress. I feel as though that the Empress is going to be there because the sun is Leo. It's about being out there. People see me. I'm not scared of the stage. Put the spotlight on me, right? And so the Empress is right here. I feel like if you decide to go to this get together or this invitation, that you meet someone here who is a very high caliber person, feminine or masculine. We have Judgment, and then we have the Chariot here. So it feels like you're getting a second chance at something because you've been in this energy of the Hanged Man, which is an energy of sacrifice or an energy of surrender. So I feel as though maybe you surrender it to the universe and the universe comes back with judgment. Look, if you're willing to take your part in whatever went on, if you're willing to take your part in whatever went on here or whatever went on in your life period, then if you're willing to take that on, then we can give you a second chance. But you can't just keep moving forward without some sort of a consequence, right? The judgment is that. It's like when you're in judgment, you have to kind of look at things for what they really are. The clarity to see them, but also Pisces and Cancer, the energy to feel them. So, we've got Pisces and Cancer, and then we've got Pisces right here. It feels like with the Chariot here that your gut is telling you that you should go. That you should go to this Three of Cups thing. I feel like you're feeling too shut down to do that, but I feel like you're going to lose this chance. It feels like you lose the chance for victory with the Empress, or whoever that is in the distance. I feel like you're going to meet a high caliber, high worth person. Someone who is going to stick out in a crowd. You're going to know who that person is. But I feel like if you don't go, the Ten of Swords and the Chariot, I feel as though, whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. But I feel as though you're giving something up at this time if you don't go. The King of Pentacles is the one who's grown, right? The one who is stable and dependable. The person who is taking care of everything, the provider, the protector. I think you think you're going to have another opportunity. I won't go to this one. I'm going to have another opportunity. King of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. I'm just going to stay here because, opportunities come to me, right? The King of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That's where all the opportunities is. The King of Pentacles is the one who just calls in all the opportunities energetically. Don't really have to go looking for those opportunities. So I feel like you give yourself justification and you want to sit this one out. I'm telling you. I think you got to take action if you want to change your circumstance, and it feels like you do. Tell me why you're going to say no. Why are you going to say no to this invitation? We've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so maybe you feel like you can't afford it, or you've been asked to bring something, or you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're asked to bring something because you're really just trying to hold on to the last few bucks. We have the King of Cups in the reverse. And we have the Four of Wands. The thing is I do feel as though I feel like you want to go. I feel like you do want to go, but I feel like the Four of Wands and the King of Cups in the reverse is telling me that you've either just gotten out of a relationship or something has been hard to heal from. It's like there was stability in the passion, but no stability in the love. And I feel like you want to reconnect with people, but you're not really, there's Six Pentacles here. I want to pour into someone like they pour into me, but Two of Pentacles in the reverse, I don't really know. Yeah. So, of course, it's up to you, right? Always up to you. The Three of Pentacles is here. I feel like you already know this Empress, that you've already built something with this person in the 3D already. But I think you two have had harsh words. Five of Swords. Eight of Swords is now you're up in the head. Five of Cups is I regret all the words I said. And now I'm trying to heal from all of that. I think something good is coming. The Wheel of Fortune is here for moving forward. I think that you have to make the decision to go. It's going to be different for all of you. Some of you don't really want to see the Empress. I feel like if you take action that I feel like you end up building some sort of a new friendship here with someone who is in the Empress energy. Like, it's really abundant. Everyone who's around the Empress is also really abundant, because the Empress is very much about growing things and birthing things and starting new things. So it's up to you, Libra. But I feel like that is what is going down. All right. All right, Scorpio, you're up. I just thought I'd take a little bit of a break this time instead of drinking water with you. Thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate you. And here we are. We are looking at you, Scorpio. Scorpio, I'm very connected to your energy. I have lots of Scorpio energy friends that it's, yeah, I go like peas in a pod with Scorpio. I am a water sign in my moon. I'm a Pisces. So I'm clocking you already. All right, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's talk about this week. Sneak peek for this week for Scorpio, please. Scorpio energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio energy, please. Scorpio, my eyes are closed, and I just saw a picture of someone who is looking in a house. They're standing on the outside, and they're looking inside. It looks like someone who's younger, but someone who's maybe a teenager. If I'm being honest, in my head, it's medieval, as most things are. So it feels like it's a sort of a big castle, and somebody's peering in the window. I don't know what that means, if that means anything to anyone. Here we go, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter here. The child has black hair, dark hair, maybe not black. All right, we've got the Devil. Ah, you're working too much. Scorpio, you're working too much because you're trying to stay ahead of your head crap. Look at that. So I feel like right now you're experiencing a lot of disconnect. Yeah, it feels like that you're being very obsessive with the Eight of Coins. That you're working a lot, probably a lot of overtime, or maybe you're a business owner and you're working too much. Whether you are or not, I think you're working too much. But I feel as though it's how you cope with the Nine of Wands. I feel it's how you cope with whatever's going on in your life right now. I feel like you're very brave. You've been through a lot of things, but I also feel like those things were all toxic. It's like, Scorpio, it's like all the things that were sent to kill you only made you stronger, and here you are with all the trauma, right? And I feel like although you are brave, yeah, I feel like you don't necessarily know how to express your emotions because there's no water here. I feel like you express yourself through fire and through Devil energy. So doing things obsessively, being obsessively brave, being obsessively working at work or on your business. It feels like your work is your codependency. You're codependent on your work because it sidetracks your brain so you don't have to think about all the ways in which people hurt you. Scorpio. Tell me what else is going on. We've got Capricorn energy here, by the way. Got the Knight of Wands. I think you go between periods of instability and stability. Indecision about stability. Now, I want to say that this doesn't really have anything to do with your home. I think it has to do with the inner you. It feels like you're impulsive. There's no inner stability. I've never really seen a relationship work properly. The Four of Wands is, it's supposed to be stable. We're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to be, living as a family. It just never happened that way. It feels like you grew up in a home where people made impulsive decisions. Yeah, we're looking at a lot of fire here. It feels like that a lot of impulsive decisions were made, and some of them were very risky. And I feel like you were just probably young, and you were dealing with instability at home, and that's what's made you the wounded warrior. I don't think you've ever seen a successful relationship. I think to you, relationships are codependency. They're arguments, they're obsessive behaviors, they're toxic. So I think what your impulse is to work really hard instead of getting yourself to a place with a professional who can help you with all of the stuff that you've been carrying for a very long time. We've got the Page of Wands. What's the message? The message is, I'm going to the crossroads to either find yourself or find a Taurus. The Hierophant is here to find a teacher, possibly. So the Page of Wands is someone who is the messenger, bringing the message of passionate things, so bringing flowers or, being fun and being flirty. We have the 2 and 1 wand that the Page holds, which is 3 of Wands. The ships that are coming in is either commitment or a Taurus or the higher self. Next card on the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. I think we're talking about love with the Hierophant. Love either with a commitment or love with someone who's a Taurus. I feel like it's time to go down the other path. It's time to start living life a little lighter, a little carefree. Because the Hierophant energy is very much about tradition, and you better walk the walk. I tell you what to read and you read it. I think that's your outlook on a relationship. It feels like the Hierophant and the King of Cups are here because Scorpio, that's you, King of Cups, and I think that's how you feel about relationships, that they're constricting, that someone is trying to rule over me. The Hierophant is someone who is very traditional, very grounded. It's my way or the highway. That's what it feels like here. But especially, I think what we're looking at here is, Scorpio, I think that you have a hard time showing your feelings because that's not the way you were raised. You weren't raised to show your feelings. You were raised to just push them down and throw food on top of them, and push them down and throw achievements on top of them. And there you want. You want to find the confidence to be able to know that you're worth the 10 of Cups. I feel that you know the worth of the 10 of Cups, and so this is the family. We're all together. Everybody's together. We're all happy, right? The apex of happiness. This could be family as well. And we've got two cards indicating home or family here. I feel like that you don't have enough confidence in the 4 of Wands or the 10 of Cups. I feel like no one has really showed you proof that relationships work. That's what I think is going on here. 3 of Cups. I feel like there is going to be a time when you do get this confidence. You're going to meet somebody who's going to change your mind, who's going to change your mind about the situation here. I feel like you are single and somebody is about to invite you somewhere. I've been getting the 3 of Cups in just about every reading, of course. We're in the summer months where people are traveling and moving around a little more freer. I think that you need to find some confidence before you're going to be able to have the 4 of Wands. It feels like you are the wounded warrior, and there needs to be, I feel like you need to find a more constructive way of not dealing with your emotions. Tell me about the 3 of Cups. Just listening. Scorpio, I'm showing the Emperor here. You could be the Emperor, of course, because of the King of Cups, but I feel like the Emperor also has Aries energy, so you might have some fire energy. It feels like there's no hope for a reunion with the Emperor, that all you've been doing is watching the Emperor. Now, the Emperor is someone who is in charge of the empire, so this could be someone who has their own business, someone who has employees that they deal with. You know, they sign checks for people's livelihoods. I feel like you had an ending with this person, or it's been silent with them, and I feel like that they watch you now, is what I think. That there hasn't been any communication, but I feel like they watch you now. It feels like you want a reunion with someone that you had an ending with. You may have to be the one who takes charge, the Emperor here. You may have to be the one that takes charge. So rather than stalking, it's time to start talking here. The Page of Swords tells me that you don't really know what to say or how to say it. Or it could be someone's watching the Emperor, or the person who is watching is going to take charge. There's so many ways of reading the Emperor. I think the Emperor is single, by the way, if that's you. There is going to be a conversation here. Someone is going to agree to a conversation. Someone that you haven't spoken to in years and years. Probably like 2, 3, 4 years. I feel like with 2 Pentacles here that it feels like you two both have busy lives, and plus there's a lot of apprehension and competition in life. I think here competition is the 5 of Wands, but there's an Ace of Coins and then the Knight of Coins. There's 2 coins here. So it feels like there's competition for money. It almost feels like there's a lot of work that you've been doing. Yeah, it goes along with this, right? You've been, there's a lot of competition, and so you work really hard. You know what I think? I think you go from watching to talking. I think that you finally find the words here to say. We've got the Queen of Swords, and there's going to be a very honest communication about what do we do next. Are we going to invest here, or are we not? Now, I feel like very matter of fact. It feels like there is, I feel like you, whatever the situation is, whoever your person is, they could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I feel like whoever this person is, that it's someone that you haven't talked to in a very long time, and you're having apprehension about going to this get together here, this 3 of Cups, because the 8 of Wands is in the reverse. I think that you think you're going to bump into someone that you know at some sort of invitation, someone you had an ending with, and you're going to have to be the one who just talks on the fly. You're going to have to be the one who takes charge of the situation. It feels like someone that you know, but someone you've been quiet with. And you've been wanting to talk to them, but you haven't talked to them yet, and now you're going to bump into them in a social setting. Now, I think that you do, once you bump into them at the social setting, I think you start to sort of feel a little more confident about the 10 of Cups. Like, well, okay, maybe that wasn't terrible. You know, maybe I won't meet terrible people. But I feel like especially, it's going to be especially hard for some of you, because you already know this person that's going to be at the party, and you've already had an ending with them. And you guys have just been watching each other on the internet for a while. There hasn't been any conversation because the 8 of Wands is in the reverse. I feel like it's almost like when you see them, time stops. Everything stops. Like you just stop and look at each other. I don't think you expect to see each other there. All right. I'll leave that where it is. Scorpio, you can let me know. All right, Sagittarius, this is you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for Sagittarius. I'm your Saggy sister. It is in my rising. Thank you so much for clicking here and cross-watching. I appreciate you so much. Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what is up for Sagittarius for this sneak peek for this week, please. Sagittarius. We have the 8 of Wands, which is in the reverse. Okay, so I just did a reading for Scorpio, if you are dealing with Scorpio. And Scorpio also had the 8 of Wands in the reverse up here at the end of the reading. It's like, I don't know what to say to you. I'm not really sure what to say. It's been quiet. There's been no communication. Things are in a stall with the King of Cups. And Scorpio is the King of Cups, I'm just saying. All right, so we have the King of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and it feels like the Eight of Wands is here because there hasn't been much movement. And because there's been no movement, here comes the Tower. And that's exactly what happens here. It's like when you come to a certain point and you have learned everything that you can learn, but you fail to move forward, that's when the Tower comes. Things you've put on the back burner, it's time to, when you're standing at the tower, all you can see is the tower. When you look up, you can imagine it's very tall and all you see is the stone in front of you. But when the tower falls, all of a sudden you can see for miles, right? So it's like something is revealed to you. There's an upheaval and change, but there is some type of revelation here of what's on the other side of the tower. It's like I feel like I was just looking at myself or not being able to look around the tower or past the tower. And that's why things were quiet. That's why things were stuck with the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Tell me about the King of Cups. Why is it silent with the King of Cups? Or maybe you want to speak with someone, but you're not. We have the Four of Cups. Okay, so it has been quiet as it pertains to things, to matters of the heart. It feels like you've been thinking about communicating with someone. The Four of Cups tells me that you're in this redundant energy, but it also tells me that while you were there, I think that you learned about yourself. I think that you grew up and learned how to figure out your feelings, learned to be emotionally available. I think you're ready to talk about feelings almost. I think you're almost there. The Four of Cups is kind of, don't really know what I want at this time. And that might be why the Eight of Wands is in the reverse. I don't really know what I want, so I'm just going to sit right here. And then the Tower arrives, right? Because we can't have you just sitting around wasting time here. You got to keep on your path. So here comes the upheaval and change. Tell me what this Tower brings in, please, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Nine of Cups are in the reverse. Interesting. I feel like the reason it's been silent is because you think that all of the cups have poured out. You feel as though there's no wish fulfillment left here, and that's what leaves you, this sort of energy that's, the Nine of Cups is like, no, it's not for me. I'm never going to get this. It's silent here. I'm not moving. They're not moving. No one's saying anything. And the Tower comes down here. I think it's to show you some things that I think that you had made up in your head were not exactly how they were going down. I think that's why the Tower comes, because I think with this Nine of Cups in the reverse, I'm not really feeling it that way. I'm feeling it as though it's a question mark. Like I feel like all the cups have run out. I bet you the reason why it's silent with this person is because they're not interested anymore. They're not interested in the Nine Cups. But I really feel like it's the Four of Cups that's really calling in the Tower, because we're in this redundant energy here. We have the Knight of Wands and the Five of Cups. So I feel like with the sadness here, we go from the 4 to the 5. So we go from being sort of in this, I'm not feeling anything, feeling kind of numb sort of energy, to at least feeling something, which is the 5 of Cups. Now I'm feeling like I'm feeling remorseful, like maybe it's my fault the 9 of Cups are upside down. Maybe I'm the reason that there's no love left in the cups. The Knight of Wands is instability, it's impulsivity, it's moving really quick. And I think that maybe in the past that's what you've done, is you've moved really quick or impulsively towards emotional things. But I feel as though it feels like the 5 of Cups and the Knight of Wands, the 5 of Cups almost feels like a bit of a temperance toward the Knight of Wands. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm holding back because I have sadness for what went on in the past. The reason that these 9 cups are pouring out here. Tell me more. I'm just going to say that I think it feels like it's the worst right now because it's the moment before the Wheel of Fortune starts to move. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, it's fixed energy, which means it moves slow. It means it moves slow. It can take years to make a decision. When it comes to the fixed signs don't like to be put on the spot. We want to take it home, look over the details, be logical about it, be very factual about it, right? And the Wheel of Fortune is about change. It's about great change. So what I want to say is, if you've been feeling regretful about a situation that happened in the past, I feel like there is a situation that maybe was passion-based, that maybe you met somebody and it was a physical attraction first and it ended up being that way for a little while. I think you're feeling a little bit sad about that now. I think you're having regrets at the way you acted. As you're sitting here in the Four of Cups, I always see it as a great place for thinking, right? So the reason why there's silence here is because I feel as though you didn't give somebody very much stability. Maybe you decided that you didn't want a relationship. It almost feels like it was impulsive. Impulsive energy that made you feel regretful. I wish I would have thought first before I would have felt it. I wish I would have thought first before I would have said it. If the window's open, by the way, you'll probably hear some road noise. All right, so the Wheel of Fortune is here. Tell me what is fortunate. I feel like you're being pulled out of this energy of the Five of Cups, this energy of regret and the regret of getting in to some sort of a situation too quickly. The Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit. So the fortunate things that you've been manifesting are coming. You already know this. You've already wisened up to this. You've been in healing for quite some time, I think. Like by yourself, thinking about things by yourself, trying to find your light, trying to understand who you are and your place in the world. It feels like this is part of the changes that are coming to you with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is the planet of Jupiter, right? That's attached to you, Sag. And the Wheel of Fortune is the fortunate things that are coming. It's all the abundance. And I feel as though the Wheel of Fortune starts to move, changes are happening in your life, and it throws you into hermit mode. I don't think that you like the changes that are here. I think that you've been healing. Well, the Wheel of Fortune, yeah, you've been dropping a lot of burdens. So the wisdom tells me that you've been spending time with yourself, really sort of going through who you are, and maybe doing a lot of journaling, figuring out, that you are the one constant in all the relationships that didn't work. You were the one constant. Why is that? I think that you're feeling really burdened about the things that you want to heal from some things here. And I think that you're really serious about it with the Hermit, that you're really going over the self and you're really trying to heal yourself and drop these things that are making you feel heavy. It feels like you feel you are the reason, or that you're the cause of everything going quiet. You feel like somebody just doesn't have love for you anymore. I think you're about to get some sort of a tower, though. The Tower in the Nine of Cups, it's like you see things one way, but understand, I think that your field of view has been blocked by the Tower. I feel like when the Tower falls, you see something different on the other side. You see things differently. Yeah, we've got the Page of Cups. It surprises you. You start to see things differently when this Tower falls. I feel like it's been silent between you and someone else, but I feel like the Tower is here to take care of that stuff. The surprise is the Tower. It is the upheaval and the change, because I feel like you've been spending time in the Seven of Wands and the Three of Swords. You've been standing your ground in some sort of a heartbreak. Like it's almost as if it's heartbreaking to you that you have to stand your ground with someone that is supposed to have feelings or affection for you. I feel that this has become burdensome. The feelings and the affection are the things that have become burdensome, because it feels like somebody here is standing their ground. Yeah, I have feelings for you, but it feels like it's Page of Cup feelings. It's like you want them to have more feelings for you, but they don't. I feel like you're just trying to stand your ground so you don't get your heart broken, to be honest. Yeah, something came to an end here. We've got a harsh ending here. Because somebody made a decision to go on another passionate path. Okay. All right. All right. So tell me what this... Where are we going to go here? There we go. All right. Tell me about this tower, please. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about this tower, please. Why is this tower here? What energy do we have in the tower? All right. We have the Devil and the Ace of Swords. So there is somebody coming in who is going to try and manipulate you with words, Sagittarius. I feel like they're a smooth talker. They have a lot of words, and you know, the devil energy tells me that this person, although maybe not be toxic, but someone who's used to getting their way through the words that they say. So it almost feels like a smooth talker, like someone is used to getting whatever it is that they want through the way that they speak to others. We have the World card. This person's coming in to tell you they're single. So they're single, and it feels like they went with another option. They had you and someone else, and they were with someone else or had another option. That has ended. I feel like there's no more conversation between them, that they've cut themselves away, and that your person comes to you single. I think that's what the Tower brings. Why has it been silent? It was silent because I think that your person might have been in a long-term relationship that is now over, or that they were in a family situation of some kind. We've got the Ten of Pentacles here, or maybe they were just dealing in money, right? We've got the Four Swords here. Maybe this person was trying to heal their finances, but the Hierophant in the reverse, especially when the World card is present for me, is divorce, for sure. You know, I feel like the reason that there hasn't been any communication between you and this other person is because they're going through either a divorce or some hardship. I think that they could have chosen you, but they chose somebody else, and now it's ending. That's what it feels like. And yeah, that's why you haven't heard from them. But the Wheel of Fortune is here, and things are about to move forward. You keep doing the work on yourself that you're doing, because you're doing great. The thing is this person is going to pull you out of your hermit mode. Yeah, they're coming in at the Knight of Wands. They're coming in with a lot of velocity here, and to celebrate, to tell you that they are single now, that they no longer have this attachment. I think that the Ace of Swords is telling me that they've cut away the attachment. All right. Thank you, Sag. And then we go to Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn energy this week, please. Sneak peek for this week. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn. What's this? Six of Pentacles. Capricorn, there's going to be some reciprocity this week for you. Just fallen. A card has fallen. Hang on. They always fall in the worst place ever. Never where you can just grab them. There we go. All right, what do we got here? We have Justice in the reverse. Ooh. That changes things up a little bit, huh? I feel like there's no justice in the reciprocity for you. Yeah. You are Capricorn. This is Taurus and Libra, but Capricorn is the Empress in training. This is the Empress. I want to say that you're not getting any justice right now. There's somebody who is not giving you enough energy. It feels like this person could be giving energy to a bunch of other things, and I don't know if they're cheating on you. I don't think in that way. So maybe they're cheating on you, maybe they aren't. But the Six of Pentacles tells me that that somebody here is maybe giving something more to other people or another situation. Maybe they're working a lot, you know what I mean? So it's sort of off. You're not getting as much reciprocity from them as you used to. Look, I think that what's going on here is that you are in a position right now where you don't really need anyone. And you have someone in your life here who's not giving you an inch, who's not giving you any reciprocity. You're not getting any justice with this person. I just don't think that you need them. Like, you're the Empress. If this person isn't giving you what you need, you're the Empress. You've got everything that you need. So it's like you feel it's deliberate. You feel it's deliberate that this person has made a choice, or is making a choice to not speak with you. They're making a choice to be in the silence. It feels like with the Nine of Pentacles here that the Empress is about to become single soon, or is working in an individual energy. Now, I feel like you might be in a relationship with somebody, but it's a Six of Pentacles relationship. This person does pour into you, but they don't necessarily give you their all. I feel like you're the one who's the money pouch. You're the one who is like, you know, I feel like you get all the opportunities. I feel like you're working really hard. You could own a business. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're in the buying and selling or import-export business. I feel like with the Empress here that you are confident, that you know your money, you know how to run your pentacles, and you're good at making businesses. Capricorn's really good at finding really good opportunities to make money, places to make money. We have the Two of Swords, and it feels like someone's deliberately being silent with you. The deliberate is coming from the Two of Swords for me. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I was just saying, you're the Capricorn. You're the one who is the Empress in training. You're the one who's confident. You look good. You smell good. You're looking really good. You're leveling up in your life. Bravo. Bravo to you. And we have the Empress here. You're headed toward the Empress if you're not already there. Now, to find out if you are the Empress, it's a good idea to look up the energy of all the queens. The queens have certain energies and lessons that they need to learn in order to become queens. And the Empress is all four queens. So it feels like you're on the outside looking in. I feel like you're working a lot, and you're on the outside looking in of this relationship, of this person who's not giving you reciprocity. Yeah, it feels like you're on a new path, or you have all the aces in your hand, and you know what you have to do. You have all the tools. It feels like you're making things happen in your future. And the Five of Pentacles is telling me that there's been silence here. Like you're on the outside looking in right now. Somebody's making you feel like an outsider. Could be a relationship, could be a friend. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. There's nothing left here to invest in. Because the Magician holds the Ace of Pentacles, and it shows up here in the reverse. So either you don't feel like you have everything that you need in order to make more money, or in order to be able to reinvest here. Or with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like, I'm not putting the work in. I'm not giving the effort. I'm no longer giving the effort. Five of Wands. And the Hanged Man. So I feel like you are holding back. You're within indecision here. You're in indecision because you're trying to see it from someone else's point of view, from the person who has been breadcrumbing you. You're trying to see it from their position. You're trying to use your gut. I feel like you wonder if there's competition for them. The Five of Wands is competition. You're trying to see it from their side. You start beating yourself up when you do this, though. It's like this person's ignoring you. You're doing all the work. You're doing all the heavy lifting. You're on the outside looking in, and you're the one doing all the heavy lifting, but you're also the one who's feeling bad about it. So it just leaves you up in your head here. Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to find the strength to do something here, yeah, to get over the heartbreak and to drop these burdens here. I think you're going to figure that out in the future. That being said, right now you have someone who's deliberately ignoring you. What are you supposed to do about that? Don't take any leaps of faith. Don't do anything that would make you look foolish. I feel like you are shut down as well. The Four of Pentacles is here to tell me that you've been miserly with your time and your money. And also that I feel like the reason that this person is being deliberately quiet with you is because of jealousy. I do see the Six of Wands as that sometimes and not very often, because this person's getting a lot of attention, and it's from people possibly from the past who have hurt them before, but this person is coming to victory because of all of the hardship that they've had in the past. It feels like there's a lot of eyes on you, or you get a lot of attention. You could be quite good looking, or you get a lot of attention from whatever prospectors you're attracted to. And I feel like the reason this person goes silent on you or gives you the silent treatment is because they're jealous. I think you work a lot. Yeah, this person feels as though within your group, within your work group, that you're going to find somebody else to fulfill the Ace of Cups. Well, they're certainly not going to keep you around if they keep breadcrumbing you, right? This person is really worried, yeah, that you're going to find somebody else. They've known you for a long time. Maybe you've known them for a long time, or this person's worried about, you know, this thing going down. That maybe you're going to meet another soulmate, somebody who you're going to want to build with and give your cup to. So I think your person is in the silent treatment with you because I think that they feel that you have other things going on. It feels like you work a lot. You might not be home a lot. This person doesn't like it. It feels like I'm trying to be courageous. I'm trying to drop these burdens. I'm trying to begin brand new. I really see you fighting for what you want. You're really working hard. I think the Magician is here for that reason, that you've manifested it all. I honestly think that you've manifested being on the outside looking in. If this person's not giving you reciprocity, then maybe it's time for you to find it elsewhere. And I don't really even mean in love. I mean, go out with your friends. Go rent a cottage with your friends. Go fishing for the weekend, or whatever it is that you want to do. The Three of Wands and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, there is love coming in here. The ships that are coming in is romance, love, you going on a new path of passion here. There is somebody who qualifies as a lover in the future, and they're going to change your life here. It's going to be a total transformational moment for you. But right now you're holding your ground where you are right now. You're in this situation where this person is just ignoring you. Yeah, not really talking to you. And you're doing all the heavy lifting in this relationship. And I think that this week, that is something that you realize or recognize finally. And you may have known it already up to here. I mean, you're not dim. You know what's going on. You can see what's going on. All right. Make sure that this is burning okay over here. Don't want to melt anything. All right, let's put it up here for a bit. It's just cooling off. All right. Here we go, Aquarius. How are you? Thank you so much for your likes and your thumbs up on that last air video that I did. I will be doing another one sometime over the weekend for you. Thank you so much for all your attention there. This is for you, Aries. This is your sneak peek for this week. Aries. I just called you Aries. I meant to call you Aquarius. So maybe you are dealing with an Aries. See if that shows up here. Aquarius, here we go. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for this week. Your sneak peek for this week, Aquarius. Tell me about that. For Aquarius, sneak peek for this week. So we start out with the Six of Swords. So moving away from chaotic thinking patterns, moving away from the chaos and going to the calm. I need to calm my mind. I don't want to think about this stuff anymore. We do have the Page of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. The Page of Swords. Seven Swords. It might have been because of a lie. That might be why you're moving along. I feel like there is some sort of message coming. The page has been dispatched, but you're moving from the chaos to the calm. It feels like you're moving toward an opportunity. You could literally be moving, like maybe you're moving provinces or moving states because of some sort of an opportunity that you see as good in the distance. I feel like you're going to start investing in your mental health. I think that's what's going on here, that you're going to start investing in these Six Swords. I mean, it's great that you're out of the chaos and in the calm, but you're still carrying around all of these scars, right? The Six Swords are things that people said to you, maybe even things that you've learned, but they've all been hard learning situations, because swords cut, right? Double-edged. Tell me about this message that's coming here. We've got the Sun. It's so clear to you that you had to go. The Sun is out there, right? It's clarity, it's growth. I feel like some information came to you, Page of Swords, that you that some sort of information comes up, that it feels like there is a realization or a clarity, like the sun shines on it and you see it for what it is. There is some sort of a message or some sort of information that's coming to you. It doesn't have to be from a specific person, whether you find it on the internet or whether you do speak to someone about it. I feel like whatever you find out here, whatever comes to light, I think that that's what makes you move along. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. It makes you move along because you're like, I'm worth more than this. I see my worth. I think you do. I feel like you see your worth and you see it clearly. You're the Queen of Pentacles, right? The one who's mimicking the Empress, masculine or feminine. You're the person who is loving and kind and loves to make the home nice, and the person who is the nurturer, who likes to nurture people around them. That's the domestic goddess, the one who really loves to be at home, flitting about, taking care of her family, feminine or masculine. And I feel like the reason that you move along, or that you move out of state, or move to wherever you're moving to, toward this opportunity, the reason that you do it is because you finally see your worth. You've realized that in the Sun, that you are the Queen of Pentacles. You're all of it. You're the Empress in training. And I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is telling me that you want to find a place to invest. You want someone to invest in you, or you're going to invest in someone else. We've got the Seven of Swords. Yeah, I don't know who told you that you didn't have any worth, but it feels as though the Seven of Swords is telling me that it's almost like it's been concealed. You don't trust it. That's what it is. I feel like you're not used to trusting the self. You don't trust it. The Queen of Pentacles is here. And I want to say that the reason that you move along is because you're like, I'm worth more than that. But the Seven of Swords tells me, do I really believe that? You see it. It's logical. It's out there. The sun is shining. It's clarity. You can see everything for what it is. But do I really still believe I have all of this worth? The moon energy is casting shadows here. You're kind of in a little bit of doubt. You can't really see into the future, and I think that you're worried about that. What I want to say is that there's an Ace of Pentacles there for you. Your life is going to change for making this decision to move along from possibly a Leo, possibly Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. What is it that Aquarius does not trust about the situation? Because I think the sun is here and you can see it. It's happy. You feel it. It feels like there is some happy communication coming, but I feel like there's a reason that you left the situation. The communication that comes in is happy and clarity, but I feel like there's a reason that you left in the first place. Okay, things are backwards here, Hannah. We've got the World card. So it's the end of second guessing yourself. I feel like the sun is here and you're like, I know my worth. I can't second guess myself. It's the end of that chapter. I'm no longer second guessing myself. I've learned the lessons. I've got the karma. This is a successful closing of this chapter where I just didn't have any self-confidence or didn't have any feelings of worth. I feel like that is coming to you soon. If it isn't here already, you could be dealing with someone who is Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, or Leo. We do have the Eight of Cups here. Yeah, so you close the door and you just walk away. I want to say that in this week, you're realizing your worth. You're realizing, you know what, that person never was worth my 8 cups. I'm just going to pull away from that. I'm going to close the door and I'm going to head into the future. And I'm telling you that you're going to meet someone or something or a situation or an opportunity that changes your life. We have the Hierophant here. This person, I feel like you meet somebody in the future, someone who wants commitment, someone who wants to begin a new chapter, someone who doesn't fight, who's kind with their words. It feels almost too good to be true, the Ace of Pentacles, right? I really feel that you had to make the decision to move along. It was up to you. And when you decided that, you decided your fate, all the dominoes started falling into place here. We have the Knight of Cups. There it is. So I feel like you go on a new path of romance here. But I really do think that it was really up to you to move out of this chaos here. We've got the 5 of Wands, we've got the 3 of Pentacles, and we've got the 10 of Pentacles. So it feels like you moved away from here. You knew that this could have been a long-term relationship and you knew this person for a while, but the 5 of Wands is here. We're constantly arguing and fighting and we can't come to a consensus, and I have indecision and I think that you're cheating. There could be competition for your love. Tell me what's clear. I want to see what's up with the sun here. Excuse me. Hang on just a second here. I haven't had water for a bit. All right. Tell me what you see clearly now when the sun comes out. Well, the tower goes down, and so you're able to make a decision about something that you previously were standing your ground on. So you were standing your ground on staying attached to the past, looking in the past, not being able to let the past go. That's what you were really engaged in. I feel like the clarity, the sun is the breakthrough because it's here with the tower. I feel like you're going to go into this week and you're going to have some sort of a tower that's going to push you into making some decisions you didn't want to make. And the 7 of Wands tells me that I feel like you got to stand your ground on a few things here. You're going to have to make some decisions. The King of Wands and the 3 of Cups is here. I think you might get an invite to go out with the King of Wands. Maybe it's a last minute invite because the King of Wands is impulsive. It feels like you might meet the King of Wands at some sort of an outing, and we have the King of Swords here. So it does feel like that you're going to meet someone highly intelligent. You might meet them out at some sort of a gathering, 3 of Cups. And I feel like you notice this person, or they notice you, because they look like you or feel like you. The King of Cups is here and the Queen of Cups is here. Or sorry, the King of Pentacles is here and the Queen of Pentacles is here. Nope, it isn't the King. It's the King of Wands. That's what it is. I feel like this person notices you because you're a high caliber person. You know your worth. You're very confident, and so is the King. So I feel like this person is super smart. And that's what you need, right? You need someone who is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and you need someone who is quite smart as well. I think that if you take an invitation, that you end up meeting someone. We have the Hermit, or you could stay home. You know, it could be that that this King stays home. Maybe you just end up not meeting them. But I feel like that there is some sort of a Three of Cups moment coming, a moment of either celebration, or I want to take you out, or do you want to come to my place? I'm having a friends over for dinner, or whatever that is. I feel like in the future here, there is a lot of romance, though. I'm just saying that the King of Cups, or sorry, the Knight of Cups is right there. I feel like this week is the week that you realize it's time to let go of the past so you can move into the future. Because as you can see, you're holding back your own opportunities, right? All right, Pisces, it's you. Here we go, my two fishes friends, and two fishes in my moon sign. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. Let's find out what's coming up with you. And let's take a look for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. It's for this week. Sneak peek for this week for Pisces, please. Tell me about Pisces. What's coming up for Pisces this week, please? We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Moon energy and the Emperor. Something's been growing in the background that you don't see, Pisces. So the Seven of Pentacles is dropping the seeds of intention and then watching them grow, nurturing them, never leaving its side, right? Making sure that it does have a chance to grow. But it's also, to me, although it's waiting and being patient and nurturing things, to me it's also the glass ceiling. It's almost like you get to the 7, and then of course once you have the 7, you want the 8. The 8 is the harvest, right? Once you grow them, then you want to harvest them. I feel like you're a little bit scared of growth, or that you've never been through a growth spurt, or this is a growth spurt for you. We do have the Moon card here, who's Pisces and Cancer. So it feels like you're very connected to the Seven Pentacles, that you're very, I want to say that you're the person who is nurturing the situation, or trying to be patient. You're waiting for the Emperor, but I feel like the Emperor has their back to you right now. I feel like you are trying to, it's like you're trying to make friends with the dark. You're trying to nurture the Moon. You're trying to grow things, but you're doing it in a way that is, I think you're trying to actually avoid that Moon energy. It feels like it almost feels like it's thoughts in the background. Like the Moon energy is here and it's casting, like, it feels like you're in a good place, you're working, you're growing, this is a place of nurturing, but it is sort of a place of happiness as well, because you're accomplishing something. I think you're doing it all alone though, and I think the Emperor has their back to you. It feels like you're growing even though there is the darkness here. It's like what you don't see. What you don't see is that there is a place at the Two of Wands, that there is going to be a decision that you have to make. It feels like you feel tied to two situations. This person is tied to both of these wands. You feel tied to two situations. You're going to have to make a really hard decision. I feel like somebody's going to want you to make that decision on the spot or make it impulsively, but I feel like you want to nurture and go slow, and you don't want to make this decision really quickly, because you know what it feels like to be in the dark. you're going to have to make a decision and you don't see it. I think things are about to get a little wild here. There is a lot of change coming in for you, Pisces. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, and I think I probably pulled it from the deck in just about every reading I did today. Every deck it came out. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, and of course that's Jupiterian energy, that is abundance. It is things that are fortunate, like things are about to roll in a really beautiful way for you as it pertains to either taking charge of your future or that there is this Emperor waiting in the future for you. It feels like it almost feels like when I see the Wheel of Fortune, it gives me two vibes. It gives me, this is gonna hurt like hell. Yeah, it feels like there's going to be a lot of changes that are not fun, but they end up making everything work out as it should. I think that you right now are sort of living in the energy of either working a lot or trying to keep everything within alignment in your life, living within your means. I feel like you're trying to stay in balance, that you've got a lot going on in your pentacle world. And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is coming here to make a bunch of big changes, because now we need to make changes to fit in the Emperor. For others of you, the Wheel of Fortune is moving forward here in a fortunate way, and it is bringing you to this place. You are leveling up to be the Emperor. It's time for you to take charge of what is about to go on in the future. We've got the energy of Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo for the World card. We've also got Aries energy. The Moon energy is Pisces and Cancer. The Wheel of Fortune is bringing judgment. I feel like you're going to see the wheel. I feel like you're going to see the Emperor. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is moving for fortunate reasons. I feel like there is going to be a second chance here. We've got the Six of Pentacles, which means there's about to be some reciprocity from someone who I feel that it's probably been a long while since you broke bread together or shared anything, thoughts, food, friendship. I feel like it's been a long while. I feel like there's been lots of water under the bridge while you've been apart, it feels like. And because the Emperor is looking into the future, I feel like for those of you who are waiting for an Emperor, that this person is not ready yet to come forward. But the Wheel of Fortune is here. It's destiny. The Wheel of Fortune doesn't really care if your ass is ready. It's time to go. Yeah, so I feel like that the Wheel of Fortune is bringing the Emperor, but I feel like the Emperor right now has their back to you. But for some of you, it's this feeling of taking charge of the situation, because the Wheel of Fortune is moving over, and the best time to make all sorts of changes is when changes are happening. When you move to a different job, it's always best to change how you work out, maybe your schedule, maybe it's time to change how you eat. It's always good to make those changes when there's other changes that are around here. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse. It feels like unrequited love. Why is that? It's destiny. We're bringing two people back together. The Lovers is here. I feel like you're going to see the Emperor. I feel like the Emperor is the one who's taking charge. I feel like this Emperor is the one who sees you as the lover. Yeah, there you are. The Emperor and the Empress are looking straight at each other. There we go. So there is a second chance here, I feel. There's a decision that you're going to have to make that is going to be a big deal. I feel like it's going to affect your pentacle world. The Wheel of Fortune is coming. I want to say the Wheel of Fortune is attached to the Two of Pentacles. Your money is about to be off the chain. You're about to get some sort of either a raise or a promotion or something that is going to add to your pentacle life. So maybe someone gives you a sofa, or you know what I mean? It's going to add to your pentacle life. I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Pentacles here, along with the Judgment touching this this Wheel of Fortune, tells me that it's coming in quicker than you think. And this person, I feel, is coming in to give you reciprocity. But understand, they're doing it under the guise of, I think that this is unrequited love. The Emperor doesn't think that the Empress loves loves him anymore or has any more affection. And we have the lovers here. So we've got the lovers attaching the Emperor and the Empress. So I feel like this is the week where you two realize each other. Somebody here realizes you are my person. I don't think that they're ready to talk about it. I don't think they're ready to talk about their feelings. Tell me about this decision that's going to need to be made here. Because I think someone's going to try and push you into making a decision about something you don't have all the details about. It's about to move really quick, but you're wanting to move really slow. What's this? We have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. We have the 8 of Pentacles, and we have the 8 of Swords. So you're stuck up in your head about your pentacle life right now. Am I making enough money? Do I have enough money to put a roof over my head? Am I working hard enough? I feel like at times this can become burdensome, but I feel like you're obsessively working. So if you are that person who's obsessively working, it's time for you to take a day off. Yeah. More than one, I think. More than one. We've got the 3 of Wands. What's coming in? Ships coming in. Okay, we're moving away from the silence. It looks like the silence was chaos. We're moving away from the silence, and that's what's coming in, the 3 of Wands. The ships that are coming in is someone is about to break the silence or move away from the silence here. And you're going to get justice. I feel like the Emperor's coming in or the Empress is coming in. Pick your side. That's what it is. We've got the Page of Swords here. So there is conversation here. It feels like that the Emperor doesn't know what to say. Whenever I see this, it feels like I don't know what to say. This person may revert to passionate talking. I feel like they've been on the outside of your life looking in, and they've had a relationship that's no longer working out. We've got the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. I think they're coming back to you to see if there's still hope. We do have the Queen of Pentacles, who is mimicking the Empress, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like this person and you haven't seen each other in a while. I feel like there is going to be victory here. Yeah, there's going to be conversation, but I think it's going to be hard because there's been silence between you. I feel like, I tell you the same thing all the time, but I just can't ignore that the Emperor and the Empress are looking at each other with the lovers in between. Like, it feels closer than it's ever been, Pisces. And I know I tell you this all the time. I had somebody say in the comments, oh, all your reads are the same. Well, if I'm reading once a week, it's not like the energies change all that much, right? They don't change until they change. And that's the truth of it. All right, so I feel like that's what's happening in the future here. It's been a long time since these two have spoken, but I feel like the Emperor is going to reach out. The Emperor is the one who is taking charge, and the Empress is the one who's calling in. So you get to pick which one you are. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you guys so much. I'm going to go and look for the link up top. I'll put the link there for the last reading that I did for Pisces. I'm out. Love you guys. Bye-bye.